So I feel that in response to the video I did the other day regarding problems with second-hand cars, I wanted to do this to respond to a couple of the points which were raised. So first of all, that video naturally, organically had over 93,000 views on one of the platforms. Now, look, just as a sort of insight into the background of social media and how I do it, some videos I do pay to promote to reach a bigger audience. So that might be something to do with the competition or things like that because I want more people to see it. But the sort of update videos, I think, look, if you want to see it, you know where I am, you might want to watch them. But for that to grow that sort of traction naturally and have 93,000 people watch it in what, 2 or 3 days? I think I did it on Monday and we're on Wednesday or Thursday now. It's fantastic. And there was hundreds and hundreds of comments in that video and they were all very positive. So first of all, a couple of people said, look, haven't you got a good garage you can use? I have got a good garage I use, but some of those repairs, or the one repair with the Fiat 500 was already taken to a garage out of my control. Hence, I know full well that garage completely and utterly ripped me off, charging me 576 quid to fix that issue. They've obviously listened to the customer's bought it off a car dealer, they've decided to charge me 3 times too much. I get it. The Vauxhall Mocha, I actually yesterday spent £680 with the part. That was through Vauxhall and GSF to get the timing chain kit, the blank, the pulley, all the bits. And it's costing me 600 quid in labour on top of the £380 already for the starter motor. So the Mocha's around 1,650 quid under my control. So they're the two big headaches. Oh, and the Audi up in Aberystwyth. Tried the slave cylinder, hasn't worked, so it's gearbox out now to investigate clutch problems. So yes, it's not been a great week financially, and for my mind, you know, like I said in the video before, I'm like, oh, you know, it stresses me out. But they're all in hand, they're all being dealt with, and there's no more I can do, which is the main thing. Now, if I ever just parked these problems up and was ignoring phone calls, I think that's a lot worse. The fact that we're hitting these problems head on and resolving them for the customer is exactly what we want to do. Now, with 93,000 people watching that video, and I'll probably mention that a few times if you haven't already heard me mention it, that has led to like a lot of requests to find cars for people. Now, I am blown away by the fact that people would actually want me to find their next car. And I've talked about this in a few videos. The list as it stands right now is huge, okay? There's a lot of people want me to find cars because I can't believe that people have had so many bad experiences with car dealers in the past. I just don't understand how you can't be doing the job properly or telling people, oh, no, that's your problem now. I don't get, you know, personally, I will hopefully never become that person because I just think it's wrong. Don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of comments of people selling, look, if you're selling cheaper, higher mileage cars, you've got to be quite strict on that customer, to not either let your kindness be mistaken for a weakness. And I think at times that might happen with myself because, like I say, I'm so eager to please. You know, that could be treated as, well, I want this fixed right now. And I'm like, yeah. When really, maybe I should be like, well, hang on a minute now. Let's look at the cold hard facts here. So yes, I fully understand. Maybe I need to toughen up a little bit, but I'll never lose that sort of feeling for my customers. Never. So like I say, an endless amount of list of cars that people want me to find. Now, this is where it gets difficult for me because I don't have the time yet and I'm not going to say patience, but the time to sit there and interact with someone probably 8 or 9 times over the internet to find that car and then to hope they're going to want to buy it if I go and purchase it. So I'm thinking all the time, when I go into the unit, do I implement a system where I say, well, look, I will find you that car, but here's my terms. Have a read of it. And it's something like, it's £250 upfront to engage in this process. That £250 will come off the end bill of your car and we will then go off and find you that car. But when I say we, this then means I personally think I need someone on board to help me with this. And it's someone I've been speaking to for months, back and forth. He is an absolute petrolhead. He knows everything about cars. And I think I know the person I want to come on board with me when we go into that unit to help me find these cars for people. Because look, I would buy a car off that guy. He's nothing to do with sales. He's nothing to do with trying to sell people stuff. He's just in the motor trade and he's a brilliant asset, I think, to have on board with a business. So that conversation is going on right in the background. Right now, it would be impossible to do it from here. There's no internet. The power runs off a battery. It would be wrong. But maybe once I'm in the unit and settled down, that is something I want to bring to the business because I want to provide cars to the people who are asking me to properly. I don't want it to just be like, oh yeah, if one lands here, mate, I'll let you know. I actually want to go out and find that car for people, because you won't buy a car off someone more committed to making your experience better than me. So why not go out and give these cars to people? Because look, I don't have a huge amount of stock. It may come across at times, and I'm very conscious of this, that, oh, we're doing competitions for watches and cars. The watch is just like buying a Ford Mondeo and selling a Ford Mondeo. You know, it just looks a little bit more glamorous. It doesn't mean I'm having it off you and we're doing massively well out of it. I still got to make sure the sales are turning over in the background. And right now this month, it's been awful for sales for me up until this point. We've sold 3 cars, and like I say, 2 of them were a problem. So I need more cars, I need more turnover, I need more sales. And I think that waiting for people to come and choose something you have for sale is quite archaic. I think as a business, you've got to be thinking that these people like what we're doing here. Let's go and find them the car. Technically, I've already bought the car and sold it. It's a fantastic business model. So I am working on that, because that's the service I want to provide to people. So I've made some notes here just to sort of make sure that I don't miss anything on this video. So that's where we're going with it. I'm blown away by the reception that video had before, and I'm glad that people can see that being in the motor trade is brilliant at times, but it also has its downsides. So again, thank you for watching. I do have 2 new vehicles actually. I've got a Land Rover Defender and a Ford Courier, a little sort of transit courier van to go online as well today. So I'll be putting them on. And look, I'm sure, as you all know, I will speak to you all very soon. Thank you.